Hey. 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 Oh. Yeah. You're giving me too many things lately. You're all I need. Oh no. You smiled at me and said, don't get me wrong, I love you, but does that mean I have to meet your father? When we are older, you'll understand what I meant when I said no. I don't think life is quite that simple. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. Hold me. Whatever life is on this morning is a little later on. Regardless of warnings, the future doesn't scare me at all. Fuck. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I don't have an actual date when I started playing this game, but I completed my first playthrough of Ventus in December of 2018 and my Aqua playthrough in July 2020. I never finished my Terra playthrough, and while the last recorded save was March of this year, 2024, it was most likely originally started around 2020 after completing my Aqua playthrough. So even though I technically have played this game, I really couldn't remember much since I was 13 to 15 when playing these games. And I probably would have eventually finished playing the whole game on my PSP if I didn't figure out there was a remastered version of the game in a grand collection. Thank everything that I found out about this, because playing this game helped me remember how much I loved playing Birth by Sleep. And before we get into the video, I will be mainly focused on the 100%. So I will not talk much about the story due to the fact that these games are fucking complicated, and since this is the only Kingdom Hearts game I've played, I'd rather not look like a moron. Enough talking, let's get into the beautiful yet tiring completion of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Birth by Sleep starts off like most games do, with the tutorial, which isn't hard to do, but getting used to the new controls was throwing me off, since on the PSP you use L and R to move the camera, but in this, we use the cool right stick. And instead of learning to live with it, I changed my controls to how the PSP was, and man does it feel good. The tutorial teaches us how to attack and how locking on enemies works. We learn to slide, block, and get introduced to the command deck, which allows us to use cool techniques like going blind. It also shows us the shot lock command, which is one of the most broken things in this game, because if you're able to set it up, you are able to get free damage while being invulnerable to being damaged yourself. There is also the Dimension Link or D-Link that allows you to drop power from certain characters you meet during your playthrough and use commands related to them. Don't underestimate how useful this can be in your playthrough. Or do, I barely even used it and I ended up fine. With the tutorial finished, we get to choose our character for our first playthrough. In Birth by Sleep, you complete a story told from 3 different people's perspectives: Ventus, Aqua, and Terra. This was the order in how I originally played the game, but the recommended order to play it through is Terra, Ventus, and Aqua, said by Tetsuya Nomura, one of the directors for Birth by Sleep. Starting off with Ventus's playthrough, we watch our friends attend the market mastery and help them out when things get a bit out of hand. Terra decides that he's gonna go do his own thing, and we follow after. We head to our first world, Dwarf Woodlands, where after stepping in and saying hi, "Oh shit! What's up, miners?" We soon quickly get interrupted by a scream by no other than Snow White, who was apparently getting jumped by trees. Snow White might have been doing some Snow White, if you know what I mean. She's doing cocaine. My first attempt was terrible because my brain was thinking of the PlayStation position of X when it was obviously referencing the Xbox position. Oh, I'm supposed to press X. Oh, that's what I need to press. I'm pressing A. I thought I was pressing X this whole time. We supply ourselves with enough oxygen to the brain and get Snow White to safety, where shortly after we fight the boss of this area, this extra evil tree, which wasn't a cakewalk, but it only took us one attempt to defeat them. Our second world is Castle of Dreams, where we start off in a predicament.
Somebody tell me how I got so small!
We get asked to help fix up Cinderella's dress, so we grab the 5 parts that Jack needs to fix it, with the final part requiring us to fight a cat to get it, which would normally not be a challenge, but since we are indeed small, it's a whole ass boss fight. The third world is Enchanted Dominion, where we somehow get unrestricted access to this huge castle and find Aurora. has been cursed and now has had their heart stolen. Since Ventus is that guy, we head up to Maleficent's home at the Forbidden Mountain to get her heart back. We fight through her minions, and after navigating this ridiculous ass maze, we fight Maleficent and get Aurora's heart back. We get a bit sidetracked and get to our first fight with Ventus. He's a big part of the story, so I won't go too much into detail, but he is the darkness that was inside Ventus. He gives us some trouble until he arrives. No, back up! Back up, pussy! What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Oh. Ventus, get up!
Is that really all you got?
Bro is dead.
Don't worry, you're safe.
Mickey! 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 My goat Mickey Mouse coming in clutch. I know Kingdom Hearts is a collaborative game between Square Enix and Disney, but just fighting alongside Mickey is hilarious. We make Ventus back off and Mickey whips out his ultra cool Star Shard, which is how he has been jumping to all of these worlds. It then randomly activates, taking us to our fourth world, Radiant Garden. In Radiant Garden, we look for Mickey, but all I found instead was my dead body since I was really good at dying. Blaming my commands for being too low instead of my own gamer skill, we level them up with the command board, which can be compared to Monopoly minus a bunch of things. Your goal is to get a certain amount of money through either landing on a checkpoint, making an enemy land on your space, or heading back to the start after landing on all 4 checkpoints located throughout the map. I genuinely do not like this map because of how repetitive and boring it gets. But it's not the worst minigame in Birth by Sleep. Believe me, that honor goes to a different minigame that will be revealed later. We play through the whole board game and of course win, and level up our commands a bit. We then spot this giant monster and chase after it. While chasing it, we bump into Scrooge McDuck, who is getting attacked by said monster, and after doing the most pathetic attack I've ever seen,
Look out!
I will.
they run away, bitch. He thanks us by giving us 3 lifetime passes to Disneytown. We catch up to the monster, and Terra and Aqua are also here chasing the monster. All 3 of them team up to fight the monster, which I could have done flawlessly if it wasn't for the stupid spin and laser attack. What the fuck? Why is he doing so much damage? We finish the boss off and give Terra and Aqua the other 2 Disneytown passes, because why not have some fun when a bunch of worlds are in danger? With Radiant Garden completed, we of course immediately head over to Disneytown, where we meet Big Chungus Sr., Pete, or as he's calling himself, Captain Justice. While here, we play our first minigame out of the 3 that are located here, Ice Cream Beat. Ice Cream Beat is a rhythm game of sorts where you have to remember the rhythm that gets played and you have to repeat it. This minigame is pretty cool, no pun intended, but in the later levels / difficulties it can get annoying just repeating the same song over and over since for some reason I can't nail that one note in the beginning. I hate everything, dude. It's always, dude, I fucking hate this red fucking pussy. Fuck you. Fuck you. Sorry. While we are here, we also decided to check out Rumble Racing, which is just a cartoony racing minigame. There are 4 different maps where the later ones have more complexity than the earlier ones. The controls take some time to get used to as you don't really drift, you just take an abrupt ass turn. But I actually really enjoyed it, as although it was kind of bare bones, it was oddly relaxing to play. The final minigame accessible in Disneytown is Fruit Ball, aka the Devil's Playground. Because holy shit, this minigame is so fucking ass. No offense to whoever created Fruit Ball, but I hope you have erectile dysfunction. What the fuck did I write that? The goal of Fruit Ball is to score more points than the enemy team by launching fruit into their goal. I have never had less fun in Birth by Sleep other than this stupendous excuse for a mini game. We evacuate from the disgusting creature of a minigame and head to Olympus Coliseum where we meet Hercules and Zack. We join Hercules in some training where our goal is to destroy more pods than the other person. We do this twice where after we get attacked by a bunch of mushroom looking creatures. We defeat them all and head to our next world. In deep space, we get attacked by this giant ass jellyfish, but before we can finish it off, it tries escaping onto a massive ship. We explain why we really needed to break inside this high security ship, and alongside some assistance from Experiment 626, aka Stitch, we help blow up the ship. Oh my god, hold up. Okay, I went up. Oh my fucking god, dude. This stupid fucking boss fight. We actually stopped the jellyfish from causing any harm to the ship and head out like we were never there. The next world we visit is Neverland. So who the fuck are you, bro? Yo, it's damn. My fault. Where we go and follow Tinkerbell and Peter Pan to find a shooting star, and it just so happens to be that the shooting star is Mickey's Star Shard. We also find Captain Hook, who tries to plot Peter Pan's downfall, but obviously we kick his ass and he runs, is what I would say, but Captain Hook was actually kicking my ass. So we of course head to the command board and we leveled up a fuck ton of commands. We also meld commands here, which can give you stronger commands and give you abilities that buff certain aspects of your character. Early on in the playthrough I thought it was random, but each craftable recipe corresponds with a certain ability, which helps a lot when going for the 100%, more on that later. We head back to fight Captain Hook, where we actually are able to defeat his bitch ass. We grab Mickey's Star Shard where we get taken to the mysterious tower to find where Mickey's whereabouts are. A bunch of story stuff transpires and we head to our final destination and the end of the first playthrough, the Keyblade Graveyard. We meet up with Aqua and Terra, where after some epic fighting cutscenes happen, we fight our ultimate fight against Ventus. The first phase was giving me a bit of trouble, but it wasn't anything too crazy, just that he was attacking very fast and it was hard to lock on him. His second phase was as challenging but gave me less trouble, so we cleared it first try. But the third phase is where issues arise, because holy shit, I was confused. The way you are supposed to defeat the boss is through clashes, which charge up the command bar, and after you charge it enough, you can deal the finishing blow to kill the boss. But for some reason, every time that I tried to use Last Word, it wouldn't kill him. You also can't heal during this phase since all your commands get replaced with Ventus's. So when you eventually die, you get sent back to the second phase, which was very annoying since I died twice, and repeating the second phase wasted time. But we of course defeat Ventus and reach our first ending with Ventus, clocking our time at 10 hours and 48 minutes to beat the game. We of course aren't done with the story, so we quickly select Aqua for our second playthrough. We still go to the same worlds that Ventus did, but our objectives there are of course different, as our goal is to take Ventus back home and to check on Terra to make sure he isn't being a bad boy. And even though we are going to the same worlds, we get to explore different areas that we weren't able to, we can meet new characters, and we get to visually see where we are on the story's timeline. For example, when we head to the Castle of Dreams, we were actually able to walk inside the castle where we meet Terra, who just finished exploring. A bit later we talk to Jack, who mentions how he is good friends with Ventus, meaning that what we're doing right now takes place after Ventus was there, helping us get a better grasp of what is going on in the worlds that we are visiting and the whole story. I really do like playing the game through 3 different people's perspectives, as Ventus, Aqua, and Terra are all amazing characters that I love, and experiencing the entire story through their eyes creates a deep connection with them. We play through the whole game as Aqua, and since I don't want to repeat what happens in each world, let's go through some highlights as Aqua. Damn!
Stand back, sweet cheeks. I'll take care of this. Hurt, they're all yours.
Oh. Wow, motherfucker really tried to sliding in there, and he realized really quickly, yeah, I ain't come for this life. He realized really quickly, I ain't for this life.
Shh, pipe down, kid. You and she ain't got the same attributes, if you know what I mean.
What? Yo!
You're right.
Hey, whoa. Hands off of Aqua. She's mine, little bro.
Now, let's
Like, I respect you, but like, no. Keep your hands off the merchandise.
Take that! Take that!
Hey, how about one date?
Yeah, crazy work.
Oh, you mean, no. I have to leave right away. Besides, I still have so much training to do.
Fair enough. And I'm still a work in progress after all. Well, how about this? I become a hero, then we go on a date.
I can't make any promises.
Yes!
Back at the Keyblade Graveyard, we fight Braig, who is one of Xehanort's helpers, helping Xehanort trying to create the Keyblade, the original Keyblade in which all Keyblades are imperfectly molded from. After defeating him, we fight Ventus, who is taking over Ventus's body. We defeat Ventus and finish our second playthrough of the game. Our final playthrough of the game will be of Terra's, which can basically be summarized as Terra gets gaslit into doing something that he doesn't want to do, says that it won't happen again, and yet he does it again due to how over-trusting he is as a person. Playing through Terra was very different than through Aqua and Ventus, as the whole playthrough feels like Terra is trying to figure himself out, and by the end of the game, he isn't afraid of the darkness anymore and will set things right. At this point in the game, we have unlocked 13 achievements, where 12 of them are story-based, and the last one, Perfect Shot, just requires us to use Shot Lock 50 times, which we'll have done way more throughout our whole playthrough, so no need to worry for that. There is 2 additional episodes related to this game, which is the final episode and the secret episode, which the latter is exclusive to the final remix version of the game. To unlock these episodes, you need to finish the game and collect all of Xehanort's reports for the final episode, and complete the sticker album and obtain the in-game trophy Kingslinger for defeating 9999 unversed. We will briefly talk about these 2 episodes at the end, but right now we gotta work on that 100%, and holy is it tedious. The first thing that I went for is the achievement for completing each character's report, which completing each one earns a separate achievement. I didn't complete these in order, but I will list them in order as it shows on the report. And the first character's report I worked on was Terra's. The first one, Story, gets completed when you finish the game. The second one, Secret Reports, requires either you to finish a world or open a chest. These are all spread between all 3 characters, but completion just requires to collect the ones available for your character. The third one, Game Record, is where we start our descent into madness. There are 4 subcategories for the section, which are Arena Missions, which require you to complete everything in the Mirage Arena. The Mirage Arena, as the title says, is an arena where you can access 3 game modes. The Command Board and Rumble aren't exclusive to the Mirage Arena, but you need to play every map available for both Rumble Racing and the Command Board, where for Command Board there are 7 and for Rumble Racing there are 4. The annoying thing is that you need to play Rumble Racing at Disney Town to unlock the maps, then you need to replay them at the Mirage Arena for the missions, which is stupid, but who cares, we get them done. The third one, Arena Mode, is where you just battle a variety of enemies that get progressively more difficult depending on how much stars there are. Levels 1 through 3 are not difficult. Level 4 can get a bit scary, but with the right abilities, it's nothing we can't handle. Level 5 is where shit ramps up. There are 3 fights in this category. Villain's Vendetta, where you fight all of the bosses that you have fought in the arena mode before, but scaled up. The earlier fights are a bit tricky, but not too bad. Then you get to the final boss, and you better hope that you have once more or second chance, or else you are getting mopped on the ground. The second fight is Light's Lesson, and although you are just fighting one enemy, he is a fucking monster, because if you get caught off guard, he will just kill your ass.
Someone's done Sephiroth after him in Kingdom Hearts 5.
Holy shit! What
You
the
see?
fuck?
You see how I work? I made the boss call and Sephiroth came after him.
No, this boss is taking no damage, and yet he just did like, oh yeah, we lost. I'm not winning this
That's
fight.
actually me. I'm the boss. I'm Sephiroth.
Dude, I'm not fighting Sephiroth. Oh, I'm fighting Sephiroth actually. No, this is actually Sephiroth in the flesh. If you saw what he was doing to me, you would understand. Dude, they were on like 50 milligrams of crack before making this fucking boss fight. I don't understand. What is this? He also has some mechanics that stop you from just plowing him, like whenever he's not in an animation, he'll just avoid your shot locks. This boss is very difficult, but looking back, this boss fight wouldn't have been that bad if I actually ran good commands instead of running mainly Mega Flare, which is meant for killing multiple enemies, not single target damage. Which I realized later on when I replaced my Mega Flares for Thunder Surges, which ended up being my go-to move for any fight, since 1, you can't get hurt in the animation, and 2, it does really good damage. We finally beat him and get ready to fight the final boss for the arena mode, which to unlock you need to be arena level 30, which comes from playing all 3 game modes and having earned 9999 metal. Medals are a Mirage Arena exclusive currency that through completing the game modes gives you some depending on the difficulty. Through playing the game modes, you'll earn 2/3 of the required medals needed for the 9999, so to get the rest you'll need to farm, the easiest being grabbing a bunch of Mega Flares and spamming them on Risky Riches, which gives you 88 per run, which is around 30 seconds. So get ready to pull up a YouTube video or put some music on, because this is very boring. We eventually get the required medals and unlock Peering into Darkness. Coming into this, I was pretty nervous as the wiki labeled him as one of the strongest secret bosses in the game. There was also a mission to defeat him within 25 minutes. So things weren't looking the best, But of course, you can't believe everything that you read, so I went in and hoped for the best. Final round. That was so easy. No, kidding. He's here. Daddy's here. Oh, how much health does he have? What? What? Dude, they were hyping up this boss fight to be one of the hardest boss fights in the game. There's a mission to do it within under 25 minutes. It took me 3 minutes and 15 seconds. This was my first attempt and he got obliterated. It just goes to show that with the right shot lock command, nothing will get in your way. With the Mirage Arena completed, we head to the minigame section, which has 5 minigames. The command board, ice cream beat, rumble racing, fruit ball, and break the urns. The command board and rumble racing get automatically completed from the Mirage Arena, so we're all good there. Ice cream beat has 5 songs we need to complete, both on beginner and master difficulty. We also need to achieve a fantastic rating to unlock the rest and to get a certain reward. This was pretty challenging and got frustrating at times, but it never felt unfair, more like I was just bad at it. Now on to fruit ball. I really don't want to talk about this excuse for a minigame. Apart from the fact that it gets really boring fast, there is one opponent in particular that makes me want to grit my dick into a bunch of pieces, and that would be Captain Dark. Holy shit, he is so unfun to play against. The first thing that makes him unbearable is how bullshit the goal move. For the previous 2 opponents, it goes left and right, but for him, it can go up into the fucking air. And I struggle for reaching this, but for Captain Dark, it's just another fucking Tuesday. The second thing is how many barriers spawn. Maybe Captain Dark wouldn't be as bad if he wasn't spawning one every 30 seconds, like holy shit. That and his strong defense just makes this minigame not very fun. Stay the fuck away from me. The final minigame is Break the Urns, which is the unique minigame located in Olympus Coliseum. It's pretty boring but not difficult at all if you either have high damage, a good shot lock, or you spam magnet abilities, which makes this minigame a joke. The hit count section has to do with both D-links and shot locks. For D-links, when you activate a person's D-link, you get a special finisher, and each character has 2 finishers, one for their base and one for when you collect both their emblems, things that drop when you kill an enemy that gives you a specific buff. For shot locks, it's just making sure that you hit an enemy at least once. This section isn't too bad, just a bit time consuming getting all the D-links maxed out and all the shot locks. The final subcategory is unversed missions, where one can be found in every world. These missions give you a challenge you need to do and will reward you depending on how well you do. These challenges were pretty fun, my favorite being the one in Disney Town. The 4th category is the character files, which list all of the characters that we meet throughout the game and some miscellaneous ones. When you beat the game and complete the Mirage Arena, you'll have most of them, but the final 2 are unlocked when you complete the final episode, which we'll get into later. The 5th category is the unversed, which is basically all of the monsters we have fought throughout the game. They are split into 3 colors, gray, green, and blue. The gray enemies can be found throughout the world, the green enemies come from the unversed missions, and the blue ones come from the Mirage Arena. These will get done when working on completing the game records, so it's nothing to worry about. The 6th category is the ice cream guide. There are 8 different ice creams you can create, which gives you a command style depending on the corresponding ice cream you eat. And to get these ice creams, you need to kill certain enemies called prize pods, which can be found in mostly every area, not including the Keyblade Graveyard and the Land of Departure. These prize pods can be found in a specific area and drop certain ingredients that can only be found in that area. It is a bit time consuming, but it's not the worst thing in the world, so we keep it pushing. The 7th category is the command collection, and holy shit is it time consuming. This section takes so long because of how many commands there are which have to be crafted. And to craft them, they have to be a certain level, so the process to get most of these created is equip the commands to craft, level them up enough to be craftable by farming enemies, and craft what you need. This only takes into consideration about half of the commands, where the other half are earned through other means. For the items, you either just get them through chest, or for the ice cream portion, craft them. The friendship section comes from either buying shit from the Moogle shop, aka the Mirage Arena, or as a reward from completing the unversed missions. The action commands are a bit annoying as most can be just crafted or obtained from a chest, but some of them can only be accessed from a certain space from playing the command board, and only the game menu version, not the Mirage Arena one. Which sucks, because if I could get my command board win and get the action command at the same time, it would save me a headache. But we can't, so more time spent on this mediocre minigame. Yay! And as if we didn't spend enough time in this section, we have the miscellaneous section, where we need to have every D-Link maxed out, which we have done. But the other two take a bunch of time to do. When you do enough damage, you are able to do a finish command, which can change if you activate a command alongside attacking. Throughout the story, you'll unlock the 2 to 3 ones, minus the Frozen Fortune one, with the rest coming from completing certain requirements like earning a certain amount of money. The other one is the abilities, which basically means that we need to do a buttfuck more of crafting. But not just ordinary crafting, we need to craft with an item to give us the ability we need. And while of course there are websites that give us precise recipes to gather every ability, it still takes a lot of time, but at least this section's done. The final 2 sections, which I'll just bundle together, are the treasures and sticker album. In each world, you can expect to find stickers and treasure chests. These are not too bad as none of the worlds are too big, so just using a guide will easily help you find all of them. Side note with the sticker album, if you place these stickers down in a certain order, you get rewards, with the highest reward being Rhythm Mixer, a command style that's really good. This would complete the report, but we are missing 2 characters that get unlocked after the final episode. I thought that you needed to complete everybody's report on standard difficulty to unlock the final episode, but actually, you just needed to collect all secret reports, which I thought I did, but Ventus was actually missing one, so after collecting it and saving, we can make our final episode save, which took the data from Aqua before we finished the game with her. And since I didn't want to go into the boss fight unprepared, we farmed for a bit, so we have some Kiragas, a bunch of Thunder Surges, some good abilities, and the Lightning Ray Shot Lock, which is, again, overpowered. So during our 2-phase fight with the Xehanort Terra combination, it was pretty easy, and the fight was fun. After this, we get some more cutscenes related to the story, and a moment that solidified Aqua as being my favorite.
I have to do something, or we'll both be lost.
Bro!
Ben, I'm sorry. I might not make it back as soon as I thought.
Bro! Whoa! What are we talking about? Yo, Aqua better get that ass back or else we're gonna have riots ensuing. With the final episode completed, we get 2 optional bosses, which aren't optional if you're going for the 100%. How hard are these 2 bosses, you might ask? Instead of future me explaining it, how about we let the past me show you? What? Yo! Oh, I'm cooked. The crest pulses with a dark power. That's a danger I'm willing to face, dude. What? Oh, and this is Ventus's lingering spirit. Oh, and if I defeat him, is this the last boss I have to do? Nope, there's 2 secret bosses. There's this one, and then these are the 2 hardest bosses in the whole game, chat. Well, I should be able to do it. I have literally everything. What is happening? How much damage is that? What the fuck? Yo, whoa, what is that? What is that damage, my guy? What is that? What is this damage? Dude. Oh, I don't think it's possible. I deadass might have to do a guide for this. Yo, no. What crack were they selling? What crack were they smoking? 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 Dude. Yeah, we're not. Okay. Yeah. Dude, he does so much damage. Okay, so he can just deadass do all your health in 1 hit. He can deadass just do all your health in 1 hit. He can just deadass do. Did he heal? He can heal. Wait a fucking minute. We are going to look at a guide for this because we didn't. No one told me I was fighting God himself. Oh my. This first boss fight is dog shit, straight up. Ventus himself is already a pretty tricky enemy to fight, so pair that with a bunch of shit like stupid fast maneuverability, self-healing, and crazy damage. I wasn't going to be able to defeat him. But lurking in the shadows is the true hero of this story, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. The easiest proven strategy for this boss fight is to hide behind a rock and semi-spam strike rate, which is able to go through the rock if you lock onto him. It just works and we defeat his ass. The second boss is arguably not as hard as the first one, but holy shit does he pack a punch. This boss, like the last, does a fuck ton of damage, but at least he's not unfair to go against. The only thing that I don't like about him and that is still cool is that he has an attack that when it hits, can steal your fucking commands. And when you're panicking enough as is, can put you in a sticky situation. We defeat him and complete Terra's report. This whole ordeal took a hot minute, but we are not done as we have to do this whole thing again for Ventus and Aqua. The only difference being that it took us less time since I now knew what I was doing. So after spending around 40 to 50 hours of pure grinding, we complete both Aqua's and Ventus's report, leaving us with 2 achievements, which are to complete the secret episode and to clear the game on critical difficulty. Which when I read that second achievement, I thought that it meant to beat the main game on critical, but it actually meant to complete the secret episode on critical difficulty, which is a hassle, and I'll explain that in a minute. The critical difficulty completion of the main game requires us to complete a playthrough of every character on critical difficulty, which seemed like a bit of a challenge, but the only hard part was the beginning of the playthrough. What makes the critical difficulty so challenging is that you take double damage, you gain 75% XP, and HP increases from leveling up and abilities are halved, making you the same strength as a piece of paper. So the strategy I went for was to farm XP very early to get to around level 10, get XP walker as soon as I could, aka gain XP for walking, and set myself up with 2 Kiragas, 6 Thunder Surges, and Lightning Ray to be able to destroy the final boss. And although the beginning felt like absolute torture, dude, the rest was pretty easy. And funnily enough, completing these playthroughs on critical difficulty took me less time than on standard, with the shortest being in under 4 hours. With the main game completed, we have to now complete the final episode on critical difficulty, where with access to an amazing command deck, we easily destroyed the boss. And finally, we are able to access the secret episode. The secret episode is actually exclusive to the remastered version of the game and puts us in the realm of darkness. And you are stuck there and cannot leave through the save point. This section was really fucking cool, although a bit repetitive, where to advance through the map, you have to fight actual monsters, not these silly little creatures. And you repeat this for a bit until you break open the dome by killing these pools of enemies. When entering this dome, you have to kill a fuck ton of enemies. So much that I was glad that Thunder Surge was able to carry. After clearing them out, we fight a boss which, as Aqua says,
This monster.
this is no unversed.
Just a dweller of darkness.
Well, that text effect is hard, like how, okay. This boss fight was really cool and was a beautiful way to end the game. This is the 100% achievement wise, but I decided, fuck it, and went for the in-game 100%, which needed me to go and collect some items that weren't required and a trophy to activate Frozen Fortune, which wasn't very fun. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we're gonna be here for a bit. Okay, that should be it. S30. Was a small detour, but at the end, we got the true 100%. Chat, we did it. I'm screenshotting this. We're done. We're done. We're done. Holy fuck. And that's Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. This game is basically the first in chronological order, and technically the 2 mobile games come first, but I can't be bothered to play them. Also, I do plan to play the rest of the games, next being the sequel to Birth by Sleep, which I cannot wait to play. But until next time, take care, my friends.